Hi, I'm Janet Ryder-Babbitt. I'm the Executive Director for Magnolia Arts, and I run the Magnolia Arts Center on the Square. About 11 years ago, Magnolia Arts collaborated with Magnolia School District and Arkansas Arts Council to bring Arts and Education Poetry Week to Magnolia. We chose Magnolia Sumler from the Arkansas Artist Registry, and it was probably the best decision we made. He's super talented poet and an amazing educator. For the first 6 years, we had Poetry Week at Central Elementary School. And then we decided to move it to the middle school because we thought the older students, it would just benefit them more. And it was a good move. After figuring things out here, we decided that we would cover the whole 8th grade with 4 poets, and they would, what they do is they take over the English classes. The teachers graciously open up their classes to them, and they work with the students for a week. Well, at the end of the week, Magnolia Arts has a venue for these students to perform their original art on stage with lights and with microphones and a real audience that consists of family members, friends, and community members. It's open and free to the public, and there's always a reception with refreshments. This year, it was a little different because COVID hit. Melissa Matthews, who's the head of the middle school curriculum for English, I'm sorry, is she the curriculum for English? Can you cut this part out? Okay. And Magnolia Sumler decided to do Poetry Week via Zoom, and instead of having it for a week, they did 5 consecutive Thursdays, so the teachers could work with the students during the week, and then when the poets came back, they had more, they got more out of it instead of just a week. But there is something to be said for being in person, but this is the way we had to do it this year, and that's fine. I got to actually sit in on some of the Zoom classes, and I was so, I never got to see that before. I always saw the end product, but the students were so willing to volunteer and read their own poetry, and the class just kept moving. I almost had to make myself get off of Zoom and go back to work because it was just so engaging. So I cannot wait to listen to their poetry on this video. Just with all the extra work they've done and with COVID and everything, I just can't wait to hear their poetry. You will hear from the 4 poets that were here this year. They're going to be on this video later. I would just like to thank everybody who partnered with us, with Magnolia Arts. John Ward, Melissa Matthews, all the English teachers opening up their classrooms to the poets. The poets, Magnolia Sumler, he just sets up such a great program every year, and I'm hoping next year we'll be in person.
Summertime. The white circles in my eyes from the buildup of my teenage angst tears, like the lights of a stage when the beginning of a play nears. Your blue walls and endless days we shared as you played with each and every strand of my hair. Friends laugh oh so loud while I lie in my bed. I realize one minor inconvenience was probably my fault instead. Summer will come soon, I'm sure. I'm pure, I'm cured, I'm steered to be whatever I want to be. The winter and seasonal depression will be gone. They'll be replaced with car rides and our song. Farewell, stairwell, promise to never leave and be careful. Shorts and sunburns and fair rides and it's your turns. Swimsuits and job offers in pursuit. For I no longer cry for being the last choice, but for the time of passing. Passing, crashing, and burning like the skin at the pool. I love yous and coconut shampoo. So I no longer worry, we'll be all right. I'm in no hurry, it's summertime.
TikTok, TikTok, it's fun, cool, and it's trendy, but people are mean. They make fun of you because you aren't good enough. They say that you're ugly and that you're fat, but you start to think that of yourself because you have heard it for so long. But the only thing that makes you feel like you are equal to them is doing dances on TikTok.
TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I am immune from all the hurt and pain that you have put inside of me, and I have lost all of my fight to keep on going. I feel like people are judged nowadays for being themselves and that I can't be myself. Even when people try to be your friend, they just leave you the next day. I am tired from hiding from all of the pain. I'm gonna go and become famous. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
Late nights with the warm, windy weather. Laughter carries in the breeze along with the memories in the making. Each road twists as the trees blow around, shredding the leaves of late winter, sitting on the roof of your childhood home, realizing your age. Even the movies couldn't prepare you growing up. Stories stacked side by side no longer seem run down by sparkling light of a spotlight in the parking lot. The empty roads that will be filled by morning. The same you had driven down for years, a stage for your feet to appreciate the beauty of your town. Your home it is no longer your dancing. It is the walls of the streets.
Light bulb I see, you can grab it, smash it, throw it, pass it. See, when you do this, I guide like Bonnie and Clyde, but not dying though. See, when I'm on the court, it's not me. It might be the cheeseburger I ate, but it might be Chef Curry. See, you like that, don't you? See, I ain't the smoothest, but when you hear this, your ankles might 360, 180, turn around and come to me. See, that was clean. That was clean too. This is a nightmare. Your ankles are disguised. You, I despise. See, now I'm floating on an island where they might call me Jordan in the sky. It's Jordan in disguise. See, I'm on cloud nine, shaking, baking, cookies shaking, ice cream waiting, cake cooling, and me just shooting.
Life is what you make it to be. Dead or alive, full or empty, high or low, fast or slow. But when you live your life, you should use it to bring yourself up, not put others down. The time to stop is now.
I come from a world of fantasies, optimistic for a world overflowing like a fountain of love and peace. I live in a land of wondrous dreams, longing for the day when the nightmares will slip away from existence and disappear from reality, like a rare bird fleeing its perch, never to be seen again. I am from a city of full heart, never giving up, never quitting, never settling for just average. I reach out, searching for something, anything to cling to, something to satisfy me, something to shield me from the cold of the winters, something to reject the droplets of falling water, keeping me dry, something to keep me from being swept away like a leaf blown from a high branch in a tree, something to comfort me, something to keep me safe. Will I ever find it? Will years of hoping, searching, scrambling to find it be washed away? Will my whole life be washed out to a never-ending sea? Will I find it? I already have. I found it. I found a safe space. I found friends. I found family. I found myself.
My oath to dress code. Where is the line between appropriate and the hem of a shirt is sewn? Too much leg may send a teenage audience to implode, though some adults still haven't taught anyone, girls or boys, the right of consent. Girls do not always equal victim, but society says otherwise. My oath to dress code.
Fingertip lengths and too tight of blue jeans. Do boys get the same speech? So to my oath that I've heard oh so preached, take a look at page 15.
Sexual harassment is a form of discrimination that undermines the integrity of the education and will not be tolerated.
Why hasn't this been spoken to the boys? They deserve to be educated.
No mights or maybes, no. They will look at you.
There is a line to set to apply discipline, but why haven't we taught the boys about hands?
You know, because if it starts with eyes and they have no consequence,
then maybe hands are okay.
No. Maybe hands will be okay.
So here's the vow to follow the rules. My vow to keep boys from drool. Staying in modest mode.
My oath to dress code.
Many things in life can make you grateful or forgetful. Not many things give me joy anymore. Film sometimes get you bored. So many memories are sore, but at the end we all come together like a convenience store. Mothers give us lessons that she had tension with, so her daughter or son wouldn't fall into the same tension. In the other dimension, at the end of dimension days, we all must put aside of our ugly ways to come together in so many joyful things. My family, my pride, my rejoices, we all come together and defend our choices. But also do not support because we don't go through the same tensions that many of us have in our different dimensions. But my family makes me force the joy into our joyful, into our family.
A day like today, they don't care what we say. It's never our way, it's always theirs. We have opinions that need to be shared, but we don't say anything because we're scared. No more of our words being shattered. Now I say kids' voices matter. We're always told to do something we don't want to do, but in the end, I just say be you. No need to impress when you're the best. My family supports me, that's what they're for. It's not a competition, no need to keep score. There's so much for you to do, to know. But a day like today, I must go.
Friends. My friends, they're like a backbone, strong and helpful. We're like family, but some of us are not related, but our minds stay dedicated to any situation like a vacation. It indicated like a point. We stand as a gang, but we do not bang because we all bleed the same. It's like a family chain. We just do our own thing to maintain, and it's allocation, what you call the world. Do you see my picture frame on anything? Do you see what I mean? This world is all about the green. They say ain't no I in team, but I see I in everything. But my friends, they step to the end just like a pen. We stick together forever like a family theme.
There are many things in this world that bring me joy. The light bulbs in my life are my family. When I think of all my blessings in my family is the first one to come to mind. They do so much for me just to be happy. I also consider a lot of my friends a part of my family. They mean so much to me. I am the one that I am today because they shaped me to be grateful and happy. There are many things in this world that bring me joy, and my family is one of them.
It's been rough this past year, but they say it will be okay. I keep my head up and remember, you're never really failing unless you don't try. I see everyone as the superstars they are, because if you try your best, you can do anything. So keep your head up and don't let your crown fall off.
The more I think, the more I say, thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for Mom, thank you for Dad, and all the wonderful times we have had. Thanks for my school. It may not be cool, but there we learn after college is my turn. Thanks for my family. They're always there, even when they made me want to pull out my hair. This goes to show there's no one as grateful as me, Carmelo.
We are our own downfall. We trash our cities like it's nothing, yet the world is to blame. Each person on this earth make up a society, so we need to come together instead of bringing each other down. We come home to face our own struggles, wishing we were someone different and feeling like we don't belong because one single person is bringing us down. We must be better than this. It's not healthy for our mental and physical survival. So next time you look in the mirror, always remember you are a part of this society. It's your choice. You either make this world a better place or continue to blame it.
I come from the Earth City where the crops go greener, where the wind blows harder.
Wait, stop.
Well,
Can you, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm sorry.
I come from the Earth City where the crops go greener and where the wind blows harder. In the city of the green, the kids consume Pringles and Oreos to satisfy their hunger. Only the smart can see through the Earth City, where we are bound to the ground, never to soar with the birds in the sky. I remember how I wanted to leave this place. Why does the Earth City never get to be free like the Fire City? Why does the Earth City never get to sail the sea like the Ocean City? Why do we never get to soar like the Air City? Sometimes I wish I could just be unaware of what the Earth City cannot reach. Why do my ambitions have to be so high for someone that can never soar in the sky?
I come from the Flower City, the city of trees and everything green, the city that community is key. I come from the city filled with diversity, the city that rivers and lakes fight for popularity. I come from a city that roads aren't so busy. I come from a city of beautiful intimacy, the city of trust and not most are guilty. I come from the Flower City.
In a colony of brilliant buzzing bees, I sit thinking of a vibrant spring. With weeks' worth of packed plans, I finally find my honey. Sweet, savoring lights on the field on Friday nights and behind the door frights. Sticky golden skin from the glowing sunburn tan. Longer days and shorter evening with a start of a brand new beginning. Singing, sneezing, and bringing a lot of guitar stringing. After I fly to pollinate my special chosen flower, I'll arrive at my hive of happiness.
I come from the two small cities, the city by the river, the cities connected by a bridge, the two cities beside each other in different states, the Louisiana city and the Mississippi city. I lived in one and visited the other so often I almost lived there too. Everything was simpler then. The world to me was a small bedroom with walls that were painted light blue and cream-colored with bears. The world to me was visiting my grandparents' house for lunch every Sunday after church. The world to me was being homeschooled in the extra bedroom in the back of the house and playing outside in the tiny backyard with no trees. The world to me was seeing the river and playing in the fountains and waving to any boats that would go past. The memories just blur together, and I admit I don't remember much about the two microscopic cities, but they were still my world and my home. Every Christmas when I visit my grandparents, I tell myself I'm home. This isn't my home, it's only where I live. My home is in the 2 small cities. And those 2 small cities, they just got a lot bigger.
Why are there flames in the sky? Why does death lurk so close? The whispering winds of life give us hope. Why do the stars still shine during emergency? We were taught as kids that we would be saved by a godly figure we praise. We were taught as kids that God would save us all, even with God the embers still fall.
Dancing through the air, sounds of such enjoyment, the smile creeping upon my face, the place I go to in that moment. I think above my thoughts, hoping for more, as I listen to the music and my feet planted on the floor, and I think to myself while I employ that sweet, sweet sound that brings me joy.
Turn on the news, you see people burning cop cars. They get mad and calling all of us outlaws. For what? Walking the street, trying to keep peace? It really doesn't make sense. I'm jumping the fence, reaching for sense, then pow, already on the ground. No more rounds, only the sound, the 1, 2, 3 are out. Let's take a second to think what was really about. Overthought about a weapon, and it's sad because we can't give any expressions. So much aggression, it's like Armageddon. Can't even take a step without thinking I'm in danger. Not even the Avenger can stop all that's happening. I'm scrambling, dangling, baffling. When they're holding us down, we look like mannequins. We gotta stop it all. We gotta search for the bigger picture. I'm reading the scripture, trying to paint a picture. But here's the kicker, it's just making me sicker. Is it because they're richer? I'm not taking sides, I'm not trying to hide, but you gotta hear our side. They're all not corrupted, we just want justice. We're all human, we cut, we bleed. Nobody's different, no one is higher. Yes, I know you can't fight fire with fire, but what's the point of gunfire when you comparatively correct us for our crimes?
Born so beautiful and soft, you were the most precious thing in the world. Your first steps, your first words sparked joy. Your imagination flowed like a river. You never worried about what to do with your life, what your future would look like. But now you feel ignored, like your words mean nothing. Your imagination has become polluted with facts. You're constantly stressed and depressed by schoolwork, struggling to pick a career for the rest of your life, finding the balance between life and work. What happened to you, beautiful child? Where is your beautiful smile? Where are your beautiful dreams? Don't worry, beautiful child. We'll be okay. We'll get good jobs. The world's many problems will be solved by us. Cancer will be cured by us. Autism will be aided by us. The state of the nation will be improved by us. And if not, if we don't do the things we hope, these will be done by generations to come, generations made by us. So don't worry. You're just as important now as you were when you were a small child, taking your first steps, because you will change the world. Change will happen through you.
Parents, the one word everybody knows, whether you have 1, 2, or none, there is someone in your life that treats you like a kid. Parents can be controlling or chill, nice or mean, lean or fat, ugly or beautiful. It doesn't matter what they are your parents, legal guardians, or someone you look up to. They are who you love no matter what.
Do you remember when your friends would play tag with you at recess? I remember. Don't you miss it when you're just a kid having not a care in the world? I remember. Don't you miss it when your parents would listen to you and your problems and do anything they could to fix them? I remember. Why do I only remember these things? Why don't they still happen? Just because I'm older just doesn't mean I'm stronger. Why can't I be treated like I used to be? I felt like I belonged or there was something to be. Why do I only remember?
Shout out to my people, the ones who stand before me, the ones who watch before crossing the street, the ones looking for that quiet place to think their thoughts and speak their truth. Shout out to my street talkers, the ones looking for trouble, even the ones playing with Barbies and toy cars, the ones with literature on their tongue, ready to be spoken without hesitation, without worrying about the devil we call society. Shout out to my peacekeepers, the ones who drown out the alluring sounds of sirens. Lastly, shout out to my brave ones, the ones standing in the background, swaying with the beat of the music, but never saying a word. Listen to me when I say shout out to my people, the generation of youth.